beforehand, Mexico. This was obviously part of Mexico, Texas.
Right on.
So I did this piece, and the Mexican flag blending with the Texas flag, and I wrote on this, and I it has to be a special piece or like a special client because I don't write writings on all my pieces.
Okay.
So if these are rare. So if you have one of my pieces that I wrote something on, you got a really special rare piece. And these are to me more valuable than the other pieces. But this one says, Poverty's eyes, blood into blood, soul into soul, into a forbidden land that is home. For the soul right has told me so. Returning from whence we came, as one united under love, harmony, guides the light that is shining upon my face. The sacrifice has been great, as I have bared the cross, finding my place.
Okay.
This is a story about freedom. Freedom is about being who you are. For a long time, I felt, I was supposed to be a certain way. I was supposed to do certain things because of where I was raised and the people that I was around. I knew I was multicultural, and my family has a great history tabbed on our multiculturalism. And just further exploring it and then finding out more about how much multicultural I was, I began to really embrace that because I'm not placed in a box. Yes, people see that I'm black, but I'm also, my heritage comes from West Indies, Native American, West Africa, not just American black, but West Africa. When we have it traced, all the way to slave times. All the ways in my family, they have a Bible from the slave times, from the 1800s, where my family actually could read and write. And they kept the history of all the members. It was a very difficult thing to do. Knowing my history, knowing that my mother's great-great-grandfather was a slave who escaped slavery, ran to Pennsylvania, started a business, went back to the South, bought his freedom. You know how brave you got to be to go back to the slave masters and go buy your freedom? Went back to Pennsylvania and became very prosperous. He actually traveled on the Underground Railroad. We actually have in our family, we're one of lucky people that they have a map of his actual travel. So knowing your history, knowing where you came from, taking all that in, and then being who you are. You don't have to be what society tells you have to be just because your skin is dark. You might like rock and roll. You might like punk rock music. You might like goth stuff. You might like electronic. You don't gotta just listen to rap. You don't gotta just pin yourself in and box yourself in. You don't have to talk a certain way. You can talk any way you want. You could be smart. You could strive. You could be a doctor. You could be a lawyer. I mean, this stuff, shit. There just was a black president, so all these things are made obvious. And in the black president, he's not just black, he's multicultural. This is America. Being an American is about being more than one race in the first place. It's why they call it the melting pot. We're not immigrants. I'm not an immigrant. But I am myself. I'm always going to be original. I'm always going to do, what is not indicative of who I'm supposed to be. I don't have to be bound by those things. And once I learned to release those things, people's opinions and views and thoughts of what I should be or how I should be, it all became a change. And then again, this is all part of having a spiritual journey and becoming one with yourself.